Why do you want to work here again? This is a very specific question. It's for anyone who has left a company, gone about their career, and then at a later point decided they were interested in coming back. Now you're talking with someone and they're inevitably going to ask you, hey Ben, you left, why do you want to work here again? It's actually not that hard to answer. Today, I'm going to give you the strategy and tips to answer that question effectively. Let's go. This is Ben White with Ben Talks Talent. I have 11 years experience in recruiting and talent acquisition and hiring and team building. And today, I am going to show you how to answer this question flawlessly. It's an interesting position to be in, right? It's like, you left us before, why would you want to come back? And I guess the first thing I want to talk about is just that it's a natural question. If you've worked at a place and you left, it is very natural for them to go, okay, well, you left in the past, so why would you want to come back? It's almost inevitable if you're coming back to a place you previously had to stay in your career at. So first and foremost, if you're asked this, I think the first key is to not be weirded out by it or surprised by it. So much of answering interview questions is knowing it's coming and being prepared with your answer. So step one, be prepared to field this question. I want to talk about the why now, right? Why would this question be asked? And the simple answer here is risk mitigation. Anytime you interview, there's going to be questions about competency to do the job. There's going to be questions about, the type of teammate you are, various other things that are important, but risk mitigation is always there. If they spot something on your resume that they feel might make you a future flight risk, they are not doing their job if they don't ask you about it. So anyone who has left a company before, they have to assume there's a reason why you left. Does that reason still exist? Is there a reason it could happen again? So the why here is very simple. You've left in the past, they want to assess the probability that you will leave again, and if so, how soon will that happen? I want to talk about some good news, right? So I don't often do this in the middle of my videos, but the good news here is if you are getting this question, that means you have cleared obvious hurdles, right? If someone has left an organization and they've come back, what is the first thing you would do as like a hiring manager? You'd go into the system, you'd see who they reported to, and reach out and go, hey, was Ben a good employee? Is he someone you would hire back? He's applied to a role of mine. Virtually every organization, if the people are still around, if they have the ability to do so, they are going to do this. So just the fact that you're getting an interview means you've already partially cleared this hurdle. You have received the it's okay to rehire this person stamp of approval. That's a good thing. Now, let's talk about the strategy of answering this interview question. It's actually really easy. I break it into 3 pieces. So we're gonna go one by one and I'm gonna tell you what you need to do. So the first thing, when you're asked this question, the first thing you start your answer is you talk about how much you actually enjoyed working there. Ben, why did you leave? It was actually really hard for me to leave. When I look back at my time with this company, I have really fond memories. There was a lot of growth, a lot of development. I really enjoyed the culture. Step 1. Step 2, you're gonna talk about how at that time in your career, given your experience, there was an opportunity you felt you couldn't pass on. So that's the next thing, right? You're gonna talk about how you felt you had to leave because of a fantastic opportunity, and you did it begrudgingly, kind of, because it was hard. So you say that first part, then you go, but at the time, when I left the organization, I was presented with an opportunity that quite frankly was too good for me not to explore. And at that stage of my career, it was a really big step. And for me, I felt like I had to take it. It was hard. It was hard for me to go, but the scope, the work I was doing, the technology, whatever it is, the technology I was going to be working with, it was just one of those situations where I couldn't pass it up. The last thing you need to do is you need to talk about how this role specifically called to you, that you're interested in coming back because the role that you were interviewing for, you had applied for, specifically spoke to you, and now you are a better fit, right? So you're gonna go, I saw this role the other day. It kind of reminded me of just how much I enjoyed working for this company, how much I believed in their mission. And then I looked at the actual description and I realized this is exactly what I want to be doing. And I think the things that I have done since I was last here position me well to be extremely effective in this role. It's kind of a perfect storm because I've always thought about coming back to this organization. And in this specific role, I feel I can be incredibly effective. There you go. So there you have it. Again, this might be a little intimidating, on the surface, saying, well, you left, so why should we hire you again? But just the fact that you're interviewing means you've passed that, is this person hireable again, hurdle. So don't be intimidated by it. Talk about how you loved the experience at first, how you've gone out and you've gotten experience that's gonna make you more effective, how this new role is perfect. You focus on those things and you'll do well. Good luck in your next interview. You've got this.